People have powerful feelings about the traffic in Los Angeles. It says something that local officials warned motorists about a temporary roadwork closure on the 405 last year by calling it Carmageddon. Angelenos took the hint, and this weekend they're expected to steer clear of the latest 405 closure, named, of course, Carmageddon 2. That's how it is in L.A., a snarl of overstuffed freeways and commuters who keep their cool, except when they don't. KPCC's Stephen Cuevas has this profile of a punk rocker whose music expresses the insanity of L.A. traffic while extolling the virtues of public transit.
Couple of things you need to know about Eddie Solis. He lives in L.A., loves the band Kiss, and does not own a car.
Being someone who's from L.A., born and raised, and, having a few cars in my past, I saw the city much differently, through a different perspective, through the eyes of a bus rider.
Want to just go all the way to the back?
Line 18, Wilshire, Western Station.
Just steps from the front door of his home, across the street from a tortilla factory in LA's Boyle Heights neighborhood, Solis catches a bus that connects him with the city's subway and the commuter train he catches to his day job at an indie record label in Hollywood.
It just opened me up to little neighborhoods, galleries, clubs, bars, just everything. Just seeing what's out there, little pockets of the city.
Solis's journeys aboard LA buses and subway cars informs a lot of the material on The New Los Angeles Part 1, Through the Eyes of a Bus Rider, the latest release by the singer-guitarist band It's Casual. In Solis's vision of a new Los Angeles, people abandon their cars, climb aboard public transit, and rediscover their communities. One song extols the virtues of the LA County Metropolitan Transit Agency's Easy Pass and the urban underbelly it introduces to the rider.
And that's a nod and homage to, the people who know what you can even go cheaper and really beat the system and really steer away from spending money on gas and oil profits and all that. Is all it takes for me to witness racial tension, for me to witness illegal aliens. It's not to paint a negative picture, it's just my perspective of what is seen.
Off the bus and back on the street, we make our way past a jazz saxophonist playing for pocket change and down a long escalator to catch a train. So, where are we now?
We're at the Red Line station, the Pershing Square station in downtown LA.
And what's our destination?
We're going to go downstairs another tier, and in about 5 minutes we're going to get on the Red Line going northbound.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's go. The Metro Red Line snakes from North Hollywood to downtown Los Angeles. It's the train that inspired It's Casual's signature tune and spawned a viral internet video. It was partly filmed late at night on a moving train as it hurtles from station to station. Solis thrashes away on his guitar and barks the lyrics, which celebrate the Red Line and call out the congested freeways that coil around Los Angeles.
Este es un tren del Metro Red Line a North Hollywood.
The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. The I-5, the 210, the freeways are not so nice.
The thread that comes out of the record that ties everyone together is just be alive, don't be a victim of having a car.
The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. I-5, the I-10, the freeways are not so nice. The red line, the red line.
An MTA spokesman said he couldn't comment on Eddie Solis's furious pro-Metro message, but the Red Line video was a hit at the offices of Move LA.
Eddie's done a good job. Thank you, Eddie.
It's the public transportation advocacy group headed by former Santa Monica Mayor Denny Zane. He liked the juxtaposition of Solis blissfully riding LA public transit in one scene with scenes of the band raging against those notorious freeway jams.
Eddie is all frantic when he talks about highways and so mellow when he's grooving on a skateboard and on the bus and on the Red Line. There's a metaphor for the transformation, from the, oh my God, I just got to get out of the traffic, to, hey, this is cool. I can mellow out.
Or you can blast a tune like Too Many People as you claw your way across Los Angeles by car, bus, or skateboard.
Los Angeles, there's too many people. I want them to go away, even though everything is so free.
Too Many People could also be a motto for It's Casual. Over the years, the band whittled itself down to a power duo of Solis and a rotating cast of drummers. So you may think the burly, bearded punk rocker just can't get along with freeways, with people, or his native L.A. Not true.
I love it. I love everything about it. I've traveled throughout the U.S. many times, and I could never look forward enough to coming back. The weather, the different cultures, the landscape. I was just like, you know what? Now I know everyone moves to L.A.
Solis will bring the love and the volume during a Red Line mini tour next month. It's Casual will play a different venue within walking distance of several Red Line metro stops from Union Station to West Hollywood. For the California Report, I'm Stephen Cuevas.
The California Report, a production of KQED Public Radio in San Francisco. Our director this week is Nina Thorson. Sil Muller is our technical producer. We had additional engineering from Danny Bringer and Howard Gelman. Thanks to Hank Hadley at KCBX. Our online team includes Lisa Pickoff-White, David Marks, and Don Clyde. Our interns are Catherine Borgeson and Rachel Johnson. Tyke Hendricks is our elections editor with production help from Tina Lauerberg. We had editing support from Paul Rogers. Victoria Malione is our associate senior producer. Ingrid Becker is our senior producer. The news director is Bruce Kuhn. I'm Rachel Myro. Thanks for listening and have a great weekend. This is the California Report.
Funds for the California Report are provided by the James Irvine Foundation, expanding opportunity for the people of California and supporting the California Report since its premiere in 1995. And the California Endowment. Health happens in schools at calendow.org. And Chevron, investing in renewables, strengthening communities, and creating jobs. More information at chevron.com.
The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. The I-5, the 210, the freeways are not so nice. The 101, the 405, the freeways are not so nice. The I-5, the I-10, the freeways are not so nice. The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. I-5, the I-10, the freeways are not so nice. The red line, 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 the red line. The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. The I-5, the I-10, the freeways are not so nice. The 101, the 405, the freeways are not so nice. The 605, the 101, the 101, the 101, the I-10, the 210, the 605, the 101, the 405, the I-10, the freeways are not so nice. The red line, 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 the red line.
Hello and welcome to the 137th episode of Los Angeles Nista. I'm your guest tonight, Rick Kosick. Eddie Solis happens to be late because the bus happened to take a detour. So he's cruising around downtown Los Angeles somewhere right now. I'm taking over his show. And, well, first of all, happy Cinco de Mayo, whoever's listening right now. And, shoot, I don't really know what to do. This is Eddie's show. He's really good at this. I just, I'm just a friend of his. So, anyhow, we're going to play a little bit of music, and hopefully he'll be showing up really soon. So...
When I first met you, didn't realize
Hello, how you doing? Happy Cinco de Mayo. You know, Eddie is still not here, and I'm your guest and your host, Rick Kosick, and I have a person across from me. I don't know his name.
I'm Adam.
Hey, Adam, how you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
How do you know Eddie?
I don't know. I know Eddie through bands and stuff.
Did you used to go to Club My War?
Yeah, once in a while. Yeah,
once in a while. You trek down to the Relax Bar,
Hollywood and Western, Little Armenia.
God, I love that. There were some fun times there when Eddie would put on shows there.
It's killer. I just missed that big hot dog. They took that down a while ago.
Man, that whole corner has just turned into something different. You know, they tore everything out. They finally tore out that porno store.
They tore out all the cool stuff. It's all mauled out now.
It's all mauled out. And it's all geared up for the Red Line, pretty much. You know, they want to make every stop, you know, accessible to people in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like, you know, you got to clean up a little bit to make people feel safe and stuff like that. But.
Dude, it's not safe. It's still like, it's really bad down there in Hollywood and like Las Palmas and all those where the clubs are. There's still tons of violence. Like every 6 months, someone gets killed. Yeah. Just the other day, there's another really big fight with all these big rap stars. And, you know, the problem's still there and it's never going to change.
It's Hollywood. I mean, people don't realize that don't live here, but it's like kind of a shitty, sketchy place.
You know, it used to be really bad. Like, I want to say 20 years ago, the corner of like Hollywood and Highland, how sketchy it used to be before the big, whatever they built there, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you call that?
The Kodak, right?
Yeah, the Kodak.
Yeah,
It's not the Kodak Theater anymore. It's
that big mall-y
It's
thing.
that big mall right there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it's called, but there's a big Red Line stop there too. And
have you ever walked through there though? It's like
it's really
weird.
nice.
Yeah, it's nice and stuff, but I mean the mall thing right there. It's like
it's kind of weird. I like the
there's
big
not a lot
elephants.
of people in there. You know what I mean? You kind of walk around and it's like kind of empty a lot of the time.
Even during the day?
I don't know. I haven't been there during the day.
I would imagine it's big with tourists and like they're all walking around seeing like the Man's Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's called Man's Chinese Theater. It's called something else now. Someone else bought it when they put that big.
It's Grauman's.
It's still Grauman's, but it's It's like this TMX or something. Blah blah blah. Some corporation
big
bought
buyout.
it.
Yeah.
And they put a nice. You know, they put a real nice big IMAX screen in the Chinese room.
I'm never against the IMAX. It's always a good time.
Yeah, especially there. It's a really nice place to see a movie. I went and saw the Metallica film there.
I saw that. That was fucking rad.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be kind of stupid, but it was really good.
It was kind of, the storyline was whatever. I just wanted to see the 3D effect, and it was fantastic.
I love the, like when the statue broke or whatever. And
right. That was cool.
Like, we're having some technical difficulties, but, you know, and they kind of started jamming or whatever, and like, it was like it's all super staged, but it was still rad. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. You know, obviously you have to have a kind of a direction you want to take your show. You know, you're putting millions of dollars into a movie that you would hope is going to do well, and I don't think it did.
Yeah, because like I mean, there's a lot of Metallica fans out there who probably paid to go see it and stuff, but it's still not like
they're not like
movie level. You know?
Yeah, I think the budget was like $20 million or something really high to make that. That's a lot of money to make a movie.
Yeah, and then the little running plot like didn't really. I don't know. It didn't really do much for me.
Send the roadie out on a mission and all hell breaks loose on the way.
But the performances are great. I love at the end when they do the Orion Jam and stuff over the credits. Like they're just kind of like doing solos and jamming around a little bit.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool film. I'm a fan of Metallica, and they did a good job.
Definitely.
So what do you think of the fact that we're running Eddie's show right now?
We're doing a show takeover right now. I've never done this.
I think we should just lock the door and change the pass, and Eddie can never come here on Monday night and do Los Angeles Needs to. I'm just going to take over from here on out.
I'm sorry, Eddie, but you're fired.
That's right. You're done. See what happens when you rely on the bus system. I mean, I get it that you want to like be green and efficient. I mean, technically, you don't live that far from here. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But he's at the mercy of them, you know, and now he is on tour going around somewhere in downtown LA and seeing a part of the city that he doesn't usually see. And, you know, he's late.
Yeah.
And we're running a show right now.
Basically.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's going okay so far, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, for anyone who's listening, let's fill you in on who we just played. I played a track from Off. It's off their latest album, Wasted Years. The song was called Void You Out. And the other song I played before them was a really cool band I think you should watch out for. They're called Rain Wolf. They've been opening up for Black Sabbath pretty much all of North America. And it's a song called Lonely Sunday. It just came out the other day on iTunes, so you can buy it there. If you like it, do it. And I open up the set with Sweet Leaf from Black Sabbath. Wow, that's a great song. You know, and I'm pretty bummed that I missed the concert at the Hollywood Bowl.
It was good. They even let off fireworks at the end.
Oh, they do that at every concert.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that wasn't the highlight, obviously. Black Sabbath was the highlight. Ozzy sounded badass. He was out there in a fucking robe, like doing like the cross pose and stuff.
Wow.
But I think, to me, Geezer was the highlight. His bass tone was so nice and meaty, and he was like shredding. Like he was playing better than I've ever heard him on a record. I didn't even realize. Obviously, it's Geezer. We all know Geezer rules, but he ruled harder than I knew he could. It was really good.
I got to see Tony Iommi a few nights before at the Golden God Awards. He won an award for being awesome.
For being Iommi.
You know, being Tony Iommi. And, yeah, it was great. I was kind of like starstruck first. I'm like, oh, my God. It's Tony Iommi. He's the riff master.
It's kind of crazy. Even I was in the nosebleeds, and like it's kind of weird. While I was watching, I was like, man, it's weird to be this close to Iommi. He's like the fucking that's it right there. That's the guy.
Yeah, you know? Right.
And I wasn't close at all, but I was still like within seeing distance. You know.
Yeah, and at the another band that played that night, I thought it was kind of strange. I think I just mentioned this to you a minute ago. Was Guns N' Roses. Played 10 songs. But I felt like I didn't see Guns N' Roses. I felt like I was watching like a tribute band.
Yeah. And like maybe some like talking like a robotic dummies or something like that.
Well, I don't want to say the musicians were dummies. They're all very talented people, you know. Duff McKagan came out and played bass, which was kind of cool, you know, kind of made it real. But then he has like 3 guitarists. I mean, I get it. They're all like shredders. And I just think it's bizarre that you have that many guys out there. And on top of that, he had a percussionist, a pianist, and a keyboardist, and obviously the drummer. But, you know, you got all these people on this.
Sounds a little busy.
It's a lot to look at. I mean, I guess, you know, you're trying to have this really big, full sound, and Guns N' Roses matured to this new level of what Axl Rose perceives it to be.
But you got to watch out for too many layers, you know? Like, it's going to get confusing for people. Were the guitars kind of playing over each other and stuff like that?
No? I mean, they would have their moments when they shine really well, you know, whether it be an intro into a song or exit, outro, or maybe a lead, you know, and they didn't really step over anyone. So,
right.
So, is a rumor that Eddie Solis has entered the building yet? No.
I haven't heard anything.
Oh,
he's out there. He's out there.
He must be having a really good time. Is this a trick? Is he really not going to show up tonight?
He usually does this to every guest, and he just wants to make sure that, you know, they're good.
That's what it takes.
So how are you doing this evening?
Sorry?
How are you doing this evening?
I'm good.
Can our guests, if we have anyone listening, can he hear you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes, they can.
So what's your name again? We're all new friends here. So what's your name again?
I'm Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. Okay.
Hi, Rick. What's up, Adam?
How's it going?
Cool.
Yeah, we're taking over Eddie's show.
Yeah. Eddie's fired. On Cinco de Mayo, unfortunately.
He's not on a bus. He's getting drunk.
He's hammered.
There's
no 2 ways about it.
Yeah. So, pretty much that sums up for me with my experience with Guns N' Roses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I felt pretty lucky to see 10 songs. I've never seen them.
Yeah.
And it was really good to hear some of the hits, man. I tell you, I was really annoyed when they played November Rain.
They did do that. He went for it, and he did the piano and the whole
thing.
Oof. That's
like a 10-minute long song.
Yeah. It's good when you have like an epic, you know, movie grade video to watch it with and all that. But I don't know about standing in like a controlled atmosphere kind of thing and watching that go down.
Yeah. I don't know. It was brutal.
Does Axl still have the pipes though? Like,
you know, I felt like he can't really hit those notes like he used to. And in honesty, I don't think anyone could ever really do that, you know, because that's like stuff you do in the studio, you know, and those are take after take after take until you hit it correctly.
That's true. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's like the art of making a record, you know, and
that's
obviously
what it is.
It's never going to be what you've heard at first, you know.
Right.
But it was good. I'm not going to say it was great. It was good. You know, it was all right, cool. I guess I saw Guns N' Roses or a version of it.
Right. Yeah. I saw Slash with Motorhead a couple weeks ago.
You went to Coachella? Or did you go to the Club
No, it was
Nokia?
at the Nokia. Yeah.
I missed
that was okay. Slash was I mean, I love Motorhead, so I just had fun because of that. And Slash came out and it seemed almost slightly gimmicky because they played Ace of Spades and stuff. But, I can't hate on this stuff. I fucking love Motorhead. It doesn't really matter.
How did Lemmy look?
He was standing in place, but he sounded good. And he was chugging away on the old bass and he was talking shit. He was he's actually really funny. He was like, he's basically planning on dying soon. It's not even like, he's not even questioning it. You know what I mean? Like he's had health problems. His doctors told him he has to stop drinking whiskey, stop doing speed or doing whatever he's doing. And he goes out on stage. They play one song. He's like, "Hey, thanks for coming. Like, we just wanted to play a couple more shows before I die." And he's like, he just doesn't give a shit. He's fucking Lemmy. But I can see him going for another 10 or 15 years. Honestly, there's no way to tell.
Possible. Hopefully, that'd be great. I mean, I want to go see the next Motorhead show for sure.
Yeah, you basically, anyone who likes him has to go to any Motorhead show, period, at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on this. Someone told me that he had to clip a toe.
Ooh.
Because he's got diabetes.
Oh, that's rough. I heard he got some sort of pacemaker type of thing.
I don't know. He's messed up.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? The guy's been partying harder than anyone every day for 80 years. Not that long. But
he's just. Do you ever go to the Rainbow Room and see him there playing the card game on the side?
Yeah.
The one day when that's not going to be like that anymore, it's going to be very weird.
It's going to be dark. I'll probably cry.
I think so too.
Yeah. I can't handle that kind of stuff. It's too gnarly. It's weird to think that these guys are actually that era of music is naturally coming to an end now. It's not like a dying rock star or something, which is a bummer or whatever. But these dudes are getting so old that they're dying of natural causes. And that's our that's our shit right there.
It's true. God, man, what's going to become of rock and roll? You got bands like Avenged Centerfold that I'm just not fully sold into it,
Mm-hmm.
And whatever some of those fucking, I'm not going to say they suck, but they're not totally, Avenged Centerfold's not totally, well, I don't know. They're okay. I'm
not that familiar. I know about them. I'm not that familiar with their music, But I can't. I definitely know I can't relate to it.
Why is that? You think it's just?
I don't know if I'm too old or
you just don't. You're not into putting mascara on your eyes.
I'm not. It's true. That might be it.
Oh. Hey, look who's here!
Look,
I thought we had the doors locked and we changed the pass so we couldn't get in here. We took over his show, and he's finally arrived. We're going to go for a quick music break, and we'll bring in the host of the show, Eddie Solis.
Welcome to Los Angeles, NISA, episode 137. I am the show creator, producer, and host, Eddie Solis. Tonight, my co-host, special guest co-host, Adam Murray, publisher and editor of Heavy Cream Magazine, and Adam Murray Photography.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, man. And straight ahead at 12 o'clock, staring at me with his two blue eyes. All the men want to be like him, and all the girls want him.
That's right.
Big House's own Rick Kosick.
How you doing, Eddie?
What's up, man?
Welcome to your show.
Welcome to my show.
Wow. Tell us about, man, you just went on a little journey.
You know, it's funny because this is the 137th episode, and we've done stuff, every Monday night, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, during the day, afternoon, as Adam knows. He's been, he's joined me during a lot of the other episodes during the day. And so he knows the schedule I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm always punctual. I'm always 15, 20, 30 minutes early, sometimes an hour.
That's true.
And the funny thing was, I was like, I was in Whittier, and I was like, man, I got to...
you better get your hustle on.
Yeah, I got to take a bus. That's what I do. I'm car-free. I'm green.
That's a commitment.
I'm eco-friendly. And funny thing was, the gosh darn Montebello Line 50, man. They just, that's like the black hole of all public transportation systems. They are so archaic and so slow, and I think it's because they think their demographic. It's not people trying to get things done with their lives. It's a bunch of old gangsters that are diabetic on disability, and possibly just down on their luck, and everyone's just passed out, doesn't care, and so the last stop was Garfield instead of coming all the way to downtown.
Well, that made things really difficult, didn't it?
You know what? I press forward, man.
You know what? We should have had you come in via satellite.
Oh, we should have done it.
Yeah, come. Hey, I'm on the bus, guys. I'm at you can see what street you're at that moment.
But you know what the best thing about it is? The best thing about it is, they just stopped. I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, this is the last stop. I'm like, no, your last stop is in LA.
They don't tell you.
On Beedry.
They don't mention it.
Yeah, and it didn't say it.
That a few stops.
Like, sorry,
you know what I'm talking about.
Off.
And I'm like, dude, and I'm not going to pay for a transfer.
Yeah.
So give me one. And then so I had to walk, and it's cool because, hey, you know what? I'm running late, but I'm still car free. I'm keeping it real.
That's right.
And you know what? I know a lot of peeps I could have called and hustled a ride, and I'm like, no, I'll get there. And so, I was coordinating with you guys. You guys took the reins, did a great job. Thank you to both of you. And so here's the irony. So I walk up to Garfield and Whittier Boulevard. I get on the MTA Line 18, which goes from Whittier and Garfield all the way to basically where the Wiltern is. But the stretch of the route, it's Whittier Boulevard all the way through East LA over the 6th Street Bridge. And then when it gets to downtown, where it drops you off here, it goes makes a left and it starts going towards Wilshire and Western, kind of zigzagging. Now, ironically, every handicapped person decided to come out of their house and go somewhere tonight.
I mean, it's a nice evening.
It is a very nice evening, but handicapped people go to bed at 6, right?
Maybe
in a wheelchair?
Not. Come on.
I know. I'm just.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Well, you passed out early the other night.
Well, hey, I've had a big day.
I know.
It's hot.
No, but here's the irony. So I do the walk. I have the hiccup. I'm there. I'm like, okay, come on, let's go. And I get on, and then all of a sudden, every stop, there's someone with a wheelchair. It just slowed me down. Like the irony behind it. That's
they're partying Cinco de Mayo.
You know what? That's what it is. Is that why it was banging out there?
I think the bus driver is like, look, man, I gotta go party.
He wants to get covered for says.
Yeah.
Dude, the bus driver had a duffel bag and long hair.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
And was pumped.
He wanted to go get a couple beers.
He's like, into the line, bitches. I'm out of here.
So that's why I was. That's why I'm joining you for the second segment of the show.
Oh, fantastic. we turned the reins back over to you.
Oh, thank you. 137th episode with Rick Kosick. Rick, last time you were in here, you've been in here 3 times. One, you had your own episode.
I did.
Yeah,
was that
long time ago.
It was with Weedman, right? No. I did have my own.
You did your own. This is 137 deep.
This is my 4th time on the radio show.
Yeah, but this is your second official episode where it's all about Rick Kosick.
Okay.
Now, see, Adam, he's the in-house photographer. He commits to doing all the episodes, and he's been with me through it all. Now, the thing I'm trying to articulate to everyone is, even though you were here with and Dark Shark,
Right. I kind of sit back a little bit and let them shine.
Yeah. You brought your music. You DJ'd. You were kind of chiming in, but you let them have their. It was their episodes, but you were joining them. This is the second time I have you on, and I'm really excited because when you were on last, Bad Grandpa was in production.
It was in production. We were out there shooting. I couldn't talk about it.
No, that was the whole thing where I can't say what it's about. You know, it was a sad time. It was after Ryan died.
Well,
a little after, right?
I don't know. Man, it's almost been 3 years since the passing of Ryan.
Yeah.
And about a year and a half ago, I think we were in production with, shooting this film. It came out in October 2013, so like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Almost, June.
So
5 months ago.
When did production start for Bad Grandpa?
A year and a half ago. We were filming in Cleveland, in Columbus area in Cleveland, Ohio, back in October.
Of 2012, huh?
Yeah, 2012.
That's when you started.
And then we went next month into North Carolina.
Yeah, that's right, because when the Redline video dropped in January of 2012, it carried on the whole year with all this press. And I remember like the fourth quarter, October, November, you were skipping town, and you're like, well, I can't say what I'm doing. Yeah, you kept it real. I mean, you didn't tell me anything.
Well, I signed a disclosure, and plus I don't want to ruin it, and be the guy, Rick spilled the beans, and then they're going to never trust me with anything ever again.
Yeah,
and,
well, you're a professional.
And it's just like, I don't need to tell everyone what's going on. I'm not I'm like one of those type of people too. Like when I'm with my social network, I'm like, all right, I'm leaving town. I'm going here on this time. So everyone knows that I'm gone, and maybe they can break into my fucking house. Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like to say everything I'm doing.
Right. You know what I don't like is the people that really aren't doing anything, but they post everything.
Yeah.
Not doing anything, but
posting
posting everything. Here I am in my yard.
I mean, I like it when people are witty and funny and they say things that make you think a little bit. I like all that, and I guess I like the people who have the positive affirmations that, they're cool, but after a while I get kind of sick and tired of everyone being so self-righteous.
The menial stuff, narcissists,
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
It's a pretty big narcissist platform.
Yeah. Some people you have, like, if you look at their thing, like every picture's a selfie, like every single one.
Like every selfie.
What is that?
They're like,
Yeah, you know what?
Picture.
I do not do those. I try not to do. I don't. Yeah. I hate them.
I think in like certain circumstances, like maybe if you're standing in front of something cool, or like, but then
a
you
landmark, or like you're promoting something.
Maybe you're like in a suit or some shit.
It's a false representation of you, because you're not. It's not a true like this is me. Because you're like faking it a little bit. And just
What about the gym selfies? That's a little creepy.
That's really narcissistic and creepy.
That's pretty weird, yeah.
Flexing in the mirror, like...
You know what's funny? It's funny you say that. I mean, I'm going to get real for a minute. I had a phone conversation with a really close friend this morning. And he was saying, he was kind of catching me up on where he is in his life. And the guy's a successful guy. Went through some changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I say successful, I mean in a particular industry, and the fruits of his labor are like, big house, sports cars, and all that material stuff, right? He told me an analogy that he used was, you know what? Everything you see on Instagram, he goes, I took a step back, and I look like I'm having a great time. Mm. He goes, but I'm depressed.
Ooh.
He's like, you know what? None of that's real. Told me, you know what I mean? So it could easily create a facade.
Yeah.
It can.
I can see that.
It can for some people. But it really is, it could be a duality, man. It could be that, or it could be, perception becomes reality to certain people.
Yeah.
But, Rick, I mean, when you're involved with a movie or music, it's a great networking tool, as you know. So let's talk about Bad Grandpa. Adam, did you see it?
Not yet. I'm dying to.
Okay.
Well, I think it's on iTunes.
Is it?
Well, it's DVD release and digital, right?
I'm sure it's Blu-ray and whatever platform you like to watch your movies.
I mean, I haven't seen a movie in the theater. I'm not sure how long, and
really?
I'm not super great at keeping up. But I mean, I'm a fucking fan, so I can't wait to. I was happy to see that you guys got like the Oscar nomination. And all
That's
that.
nice.
For makeup, right?
Deal. Yeah, for the makeup. And I just have to say though, those guys really deserve that. They work so hard. Every day they are up so early, and it's like a 3.5-4 hour process
for the makeup.
Yeah, that's just in the days that they did the full body, it was almost like 5.5 hours, you know?
So show the full body.
Yeah, you know, but luckily they didn't have to do that more than like once or twice, and that was it, you know? And when they did do it, he didn't expose the whole body, so it's like they did a lot for no reason.
There's no swinging dongs.
There's swinging nuts in this film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so when did you? Okay, let's go back. Let's talk about the inception of the concept. When did you first hear you guys are doing Bad Grandpa?
I knew it was coming up. When they were still at the office in Sunset over in Hollywood.
Was it early 2012 or mid?
Oh yeah, they were working on it.
Like early 2012.
I think at the time I was just kind of I'd finished working on Punk'd, and it was like the last season of that, and
I remember that.
And they were talking about it. And I was like, oh, you know, and I knew it was coming up, you know, and so it just finally came around to it, you know, and then next thing you know, we're out filming it. And
what was the first thing you thought when, like, you know, Jeff was telling you about it and you're like, wow, okay, Bad Grandpa?
The name of the film didn't come till like the end, you know?
Oh, wow.
So, but I thought it was going to be fun, exciting, and, you know, obviously going to be challenging at times. And it was. But it was just, there's just so many times that we're just be filming and it was just amazing. You know, like seeing these moments going down and you're just thinking like, God, how is this possible? You know, like people out there are just vulnerable and they're nice. And it's good to see that it exists still, you know. Probably here in Los Angeles, the movie like we made with Bad Grandpa can never ever happen in Los Angeles, never. Everyone's got their agent, their manager, or they're gonna want some more, or they just can kind of smell it, you know. Like we would go in these regions of America that, you know, they don't see this, they don't see it coming, you know, where there's nothing remotely visible of a production company stamped in that town.
It's just not in their mind or in their world or in their reality.
There's there's not a block long with trailers that say Johnny Knoxville, you know, his name on it, or you know, so it's kind of a cool hidden sort of CIA sort of weird world, you know, like.
What did you get out of the movie from seeing the norm, the people like we're talking about? Like, were you kind of like blown away by the reactions?
Some, yeah, like some, like after with the prank. Here's how it would work. You know, that they would create a scenario, and then there'd be a producer that would call and say, "Hey, you know, my grandmother passed away, and she was really into ferrets." And so, you know, we want to know if you could have some, you know, people from. She doesn't have that much family left, or that will be here, but she really was in the ferrets. Could you bring the Ferret Society to be present at a service? And so, and then would tell like, oh, there's a certain song that she really loved. There's a gospel song, and so they have some whole choir come in to be there. And so we're just pulling these people in out of the kindness of their own heart, you know? Like, meanwhile, I'm just going, holy shit, we are all going to hell.
Like, this is bad.
This is bad.
We're bad
like,
people.
We're bad. Like, this is gnarly. Like, and so this is the funeral scene. What I'm talking about is the funeral scene in the movie where Ellie has passed away in Johnny Knoxville and is about to have this interaction with his daughter, who's going to come in and steal the pearls from her neck, and the body's going to drop, and everyone's going to freak out. So we're pulling all these, you know, what they call marks, and there's all these different groups of people, and then it goes down. What you saw is like a certain version of it. I mean, there were some other parts of that never got, you know, saw the light of day, were just amazing, like, because people started singing these songs, and they're really beautiful, and you're just like, wow, this is happening, and it's got its own drive, you know. And, you know, obviously there's things that are pushing it along.
Has its own legs,
but it has its own legs, it has its own engine, and it's just going, you know. And we're filming this, and you're just like, fuck, this is crazy. And so the prank gets gets exposed, like, hey, you know, everybody, you're in a movie with Johnny Knoxville, and then depending on like what it was, you know, how bad the line he felt like he crossed, most of the time he'd come out afterwards like, hey, thank you, you know, and talk to everyone. It was really, really nice with everyone, which was really cool.
Wow.
And I think it kind of calms everyone down too.
Yeah.
There were some scenes in the film that people quit their job.
What?
Yeah, there was a scene where he goes in and steals food with the kid Billy, and then the woman would come flying out, and he's trying to, smooth her and talk her down, and she's like in his face and yelling at him and flipping out, you know. And then so when she found out like it was a prank, and she quit her job, she told her manager, "Fuck you, I quit.
I'm out of here.
Out of here." But days went on, she mellowed out and she got her job back.
Wow.
But, some people got really hot. And some people, after, can smell it coming, and there's so many times we messed up so bad.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, give us an example. Like what would you consider messing up?
Well, when they see the cameras. And surprisingly, that character, Irving Zisman, is very popular. Like, they remember him from the other Jackass films. So we'd be out, like, somewhere in Columbus, Ohio, in the downtown region. And we go, oh, that's Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah. Just right
like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
And just by remembering those little parts in the other Jackass
just remember all the
movies.
stuff throughout the years.
And then you're like, okay, well, that's that.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Is that how fast it would go down? Like,
No, they'd hopefully wish that person out and was still staged up and then keep it going. And anyone who was like, would blow it, we just like, someone quietly come like, hey, come here, pull him out of the way, so we can keep filming.
Wow. So, I mean, there's a lot of damage control you'd have to do.
I didn't have to do any. I just keep filming. There is damage control,
Yeah.
That's the producer's job.
Yeah. Now, as far as the geography aspect of it, so you guys shot in what areas of the U.S.?
We shot the film in Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Raleigh, North Carolina, and not just in the city, but all the suburbs around. The
burbs. Wow.
Out in the where it's not so in the city. It's like somewhere in the city, and then we also filmed in Sacramento.
Wow.
And there was a bridge scene where they dropped the body off at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And that was
in Sacramento?
That was in Sacramento.
So how long would you say the actual production took?
Oh, geez. For this film, a long time. Like, a lot longer than most movies are made.
So what, a year? Good year?
Almost a year.
Wow.
Because they were, they had a general direction they were taking the film, but, as it's kind of everything was shot out of place. So then you kind of go back and you're pulling your storylines together and how their flow and what worked here, what didn't work here, and
okay,
and so it's not like a traditional film. How you go and you got this direction you're going. It's not like that. It's like a theater piece, like it's live. It's one take. You got to do it, or you fail.
Sure.
And another perfect example of a perfect, surreal, magical moment I experienced was the young boy who played the girl, Billy, who went into the beauty pageant scene.
Yeah.
Was phenomenal. Like, I was with that kid the entire time, him learning how to, do a pageant dance, what it takes to be a pageant girl, and learn all the stripper moves. And this is a 9-year-old boy who is just so open to learning everything. It has no condition where it's going to like, oh, I can't do that because, people are going to think, and you get all these barriers up. So he's just taking it all in. He's like, I'm going to kill this, and he did. And so when it all went down live, I'm in a box filming the reactions and seeing it go down. And it's just incredible to see, like, this is really happening, and we're pulling the wool over everyone's eyes. They don't even see it coming. And it's incredible. Like, and everything in that movie, people are like, oh, that's fucking fake. Or I heard all those, the people saying, like, that's bullshit. Everything in that film was legit, live. Nothing was fake about it.
So everything was completely like on the spot skit.
Yeah.
And you haven't seen it yet, right, Adam?
I've seen scenes. I saw that scene with the girl doing the stripper moves, and then I saw another one where I actually thought you were filming it at the what's that little burger stand across from Trader Joe's in Hollywood?
No, we never filmed in Hollywood.
It resembled that, but it was basically like a couple people kind of. I forget what he was doing. I think he was just kind of talking shit to the kid. They were at they were like sitting in a bar type of thing, but it looked like a burger stand. And then people were like getting upset and kind of ran him off down the street a little bit.
Well, that might have been from a previous movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know what? I know our soundboard op tonight, Jenny Guzman, has seen it, and she has a question. Jenny.
I have. My job actually premiered the movie.
Oh, fantastic.
Out in Riverside. And I was curious about the supermarket scene because I don't know if there's laws against like filming. I don't know if supermarkets have that type of like you can't film, and if they see you, you get fined. So, I mean, you're saying all the scenes are real. So I'm curious how you guys kind of got around
Jenny,
that.
why don't you articulate for the people listening that haven't seen it, the supermarket scene?
So the grandpa and the kid goes into a supermarket and he's like, you're hungry, and they don't want to spend any money. So they go around the supermarket and find things to make a sandwich. And they just get they get 2 pieces of bread from the bag, right? And then open cheese and just put it on, and then
just
get some meat and just start
aisle.
Eating inside and stuff.
Grom style, dude.
Yeah. Well, all that's possible when you go and you have your producers that go find the locations, and they find the place that says, yeah, we could do that. And so we pay them. We go in there's a crew that will go in and put all there's the hidden cameras and stuff.
Yeah, because the angles were like security camera angles.
And so, they go in and they set that up the night before so the employees don't see it coming.
Okay.
So
I was going to say,
are
are they told about it like, hey, we're going to have people in?
No.
I love people's reactions. When you get them off camera, that's my favorite type of comedy that I can ever imagine. But that was what I was curious about, just camera angles with that.
Yep. Everything's hidden.
That was a good scene because you see like the reaction of the shoppers.
And she's like, that woman's like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
She was another one that was really upset too.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, some of these women flew off the handle.
Well, they, as they should, because they're protecting the young boy. They saw like this old man setting a bad example for the kid, and they don't like that.
Can you go into the roots of the character that Johnny Knoxville plays? I mean, like you said, he was in Jackass.
Yeah, well, this is a character that he developed over the years, and his name was Irving Zisman, and we started off with a TV show, and it just kind of transpired into like another time in the movie, and it came back again in the next movie, and it came back again in the third movie, I believe, and then they finally, made it into a full feature script.
So after developing, after little morsels of his existence and
over the years,
Yeah, and I think Adam was saying too. I do remember the Jackass. I think it was part 2, where you guys are on
Vine.
Is that what I'm thinking?
Yeah. It's at that little hamburger place,
which is gone now.
Which is gone.
It is gone, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's too bad.
Yeah, and he did a great scene there. I forgot exactly what it was, but I remember I was like, "Hey, I know that place."
Yeah.
And then he's just moving all slow. I like I think my favorite part or characteristic of that character is like how he's so outrageous and like insulting and saying just bad things, and then he's like moving all slow. So like you could like shake. He's easy to get to. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If he pisses people off, right?
Yeah.
And people are like trying to like gauge him. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Did you guys ever feel like in danger because someone was so pissed off or whatever? Like, was there any kind of like weird maybe moments where you're like, this might get a little too
dangerous?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah, but no.
Yeah.
No, but just probably some scenarios where you kind of felt like, all right, we're shooting in a really bad neighborhood.
Right.
And anything bad could possibly happen. So if it does happen, duck.
So stuff could pop off. It was very realistic.
Yeah, anything, so. But, we're all hidden. They don't know we're there. We're behind walls with glass, or a car.
That's cool, man.
Just they don't see us.
Yeah.
Totally incognito.
Yeah, it was great.
Now, how different is shooting something like this compared to the Jackass movies and the Jackass TV shows?
I film like this took a little longer than we normally would shoot. And it was, I think we're a little bit better now than we were in the beginning.
Because of all the experience?
Yeah, we're a little better. I'm not going to say we're great because we're not. But, so we've learned some things over the course of, making this stuff and gotten a little better at it.
Well, I mean, it just seems like when, you, Rick Hossack, the guy behind the camera, it's like you're at risk too when you do these Jackass movies.
I've gotten hurt. Yeah,
they put you out front, and you have your time in the spotlight, and you participate. But this had a different aesthetic to it, and I just wanted to know, like, through your eyes, your experience, behind the camera, like, how different was the experience? Were you not on guard as much because it wasn't as aggro?
Well, I'm not on guard because I'm hidden. I'm away from everyone. It's not that type of film where, let's go punch him in the dick,
Yeah. For no reason.
For no reason, because it's going to be funny.
That's not happening.
Although they might do that on afterward filming the scene, but for the most part, it's just a different film. We have all these cameras hooked up to a mic. Each camera's got a microwave which transmits the signal to a control room where everyone sees every one angle.
Whoa.
So there's like maybe 12 angles going at once to cover this scene, and they're watching it all go down live. And they're saying, hey, go a little wider here.
Is that like in a van or something? Or?
Yeah, in a van, or it looked like a big, like, kind of like a church bus, and it's all, they can't see that.
That's awesome.
Or say the scene where Johnny Knoxville gets on the little kiddie ride and it throws him through the window. Right? Remember that? You haven't seen it, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But you saw it. Yeah. So to set that whole scene up, there was a store next to it that was vacant. And we just put paper taped up the windows, and there's a whole control room in there, and they can see everything going down. That's how every scene pretty much was like.
Wow.
So
how many people were like in the control van, like trying to get you guys to keep the shots tight or widen enough?
Just the ones that I'm supposed to listen to. It's not like a bunch of voices going, hey, do this, So there's only one guy you hear. But, there's like several people in there, and I'm not in there. I'm somewhere else filming.
Wow.
And
that is a new experience for you, I mean, having that kind of dynamic with others.
Yeah.
On that situation.
It was definitely a lot of fun. I wish we were making another one.
Yeah. I mean, now, the makeup team was nominated for an Oscar. And did they win?
No.
Okay, now, they were nominated, and you were saying at the top of the interview, Adam brought it up initially, but you were saying at the top of the interview that it was a lot of work to get Johnny ready.
Yeah, those guys have to prep and get everything ready for him to come in early in the morning, earlier than he cares to be getting up. He goes out and has a few cocktails the evening before.
Yeah.
It might go a little late. But those guys, the makeup team, are not going out.
They're in bed.
They're in bed because they have to get up early and get everything ready. And it's a process. And it's like a few hours to get him into makeup
You're
and ready.
A good 2 or 3, possibly 4. Huh?
3.5 to 4 hours every day.
That's half a work day, 4 hours.
And not to mention, Knoxville got into makeup possibly definitely over 70 times through the course of making this movie. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
And then coming off.
Oh, yeah. And it comes off quicker, but still, and it's still a big process for them because they take the makeup off. They have to clean up. They have to prep the next day. Yada, yada, yada.
All that stuff.
All that good stuff.
So was this makeup team ever working with you on other projects, or was it the first time they were?
No, they've been with us in the other movies before. And all those guys were really great around Knoxville because they're all have a dark sense of humor.
Okay.
So they would all kind of like collaborate really well, and sometimes spawn off ideas because a lot of times Knox will be writing his notes for the day. What he's so one guy might say something, and he'll be like, "Oh, that's really funny," so I might use that to it's just a part of the creative flow and recognizing that and knowing how to run with it.
Right. So I didn't see anything on the DVD version yet because I didn't get the DVD yet. Now, is there a lot of bonus footage that it's unseen?
I guess. I don't know. I think so. I haven't seen it.
Now, is there a lot that wasn't used?
Yeah, and there's supposed to be a Bad Grandpa 0.5 coming up soon. I don't know when. But it's got a lot of stuff that didn't make the film as well.
So it's going to be a theatrical release? No, just to DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Or
maybe online too. I don't know.
Right,
because you did that with all the Jackasses.
Yeah, I did all the other Jackass films, but I don't know when that's going to happen. So hopefully it does.
All right. So listen, that's some good Bad Grandpa talk.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a quick music break from the Rick Cossack playlist.
Yeah, I'm DJing your show.
Yeah, you are. And we're going to come back and talk your project with Wee Man and DVS Shoes and a few other things. But this episode of Los Angeles Nista is brought to you by Courage You Bastards, El Cholo Restaurant, Amoeba Music, and we'll be right back.
Walking on the street, I can feel the tension. Everybody on me like I'm some kind of suspect. Got me to thinking like some kind of survival. Hell, that'll be the day when love is my rival. Get me on a plane to the Himalayas. Find a little ruby to waste my time with them. Paint me a picture and make it the devil. We'll run down the whole lift. The roof ain't level. I'm shit out of luck today, man. Now I'm calling in my favor. Seems that I can't chew on with me without me waking up someday to paint me a picture and make it the devil. We'll run down the whole lift. The roof ain't level. Dominoes falling, black spiders spinning, her white gloves flashing, and I ain't winning. Domino,
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Los Angeles Nista, episode 137. I am Eddie Solis, the show creator, producer, and host. My in-studio guest, Rick Kosick. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well, Eddie. Thanks for having me on as a guest. This is my second time.
Your second Rick Kosick episode, full episode. You've been on here with Loiter Squad's Dark Shark.
Yes, I have.
And Wee Man. But this is the second time you're on solo talking about
whatever.
All things Rick Kosick.
That's right.
And my in-studio co-host, special co-host for the evening is Adam Murray.
Pizza.
This
Pizza
episode,
was good,
yeah. This episode is brought to you by Poppy's Pizza in downtown. They got the only stone oven in Los Angeles.
Really?
Downtown LA.
Only. What about
stone oven in LA?
Okay.
Downtown.
So it's like old stone oven, like
yeah. They bake it twice.
Wow.
It was good, right?
Yeah, it was great.
It was great. And we love Poppy's, and they always support the show and bring us great food to munch on. And Rick had his first dose of it. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the episode is also brought to you by Embassy Skateboards in Houston, Texas, and a blog called Camistar Blog. Check it out. Really cool and creative. You want some new reading material? Check out Camistar. Google it, and all the links will come up. Anyways, let's get back to it. Speaking of Wee Man, you just finished working on a commercial, but it's like a lengthy web commercial, right?
Yeah, it's like a
for DVS shoes.
For DVS shoes, it's like a 60-second spot, and it's kind of like a little. So Wee Man getting in his fancy '62 Chevy Impala.
Love it.
And just kind of like driving down his neighborhood, and just reflecting of what he is, of skateboarding and
connecting,
just sort of like this, and everything's sort of a surreal kind of look to it. It's all slow motion. That's what I'm trying to try.
Is it up now?
Oh yeah, it's been up. You can see it on my website.
Okay.
Or search it up. But if you want to go find it quick, rickkosick.com. It's on the top of my page. And it just has like some guest skaters. Day-Wan Song and Tori Pudwell were very generous with their time to come out for half afternoon and killed it. And the only thing I regret is not pushing Day-Wan a little bit more.
Really?
Yeah, his abilities are just so phenomenal.
He's a wizard.
Yeah, he's just incredible. Like, that guy can just do tricks like he's just magic. And I really should have had him do something a little harder. But yeah, I just wanted to make it easy on him because it's not about him. And so, it turned out, I thought, really well. It's fun. And, it's online. Check it out.
Very cool. And this is promoting, it's a new ad campaign, right, for Wee's new shoe.
Yeah, he has a signature shoe with him. It's called the Jarvis. And it's a pretty nice shoe. I had a pair. I went through it already.
Yeah? Yeah? Did you make a big ollie hole?
No.
Yeah?
It just, wear and tear.
Wear and tear, bro.
Yep. I don't claim to be a skateboarder. I don't know.
Although, when we made the Redline video, you were rolling.
I was. I had to break out the board and do a couple shots. I'm not going to deny it, but I just don't.
You roll, bro. You push.
Okay. I can still pull. Yeah, I can still kind of do it.
That was a night. Adam, when we did a bunch of stuff on the street and when we produced that video, and he was on this awesome Rob Roscop longboard.
Oh, yeah. Nice. I still have it.
You do?
Yeah.
It was like a long cruiser, huh?
Yeah, it's like a cruiser board, and it's fun.
It's rad, dude. It was the face, the melting, the pink one.
Yeah, I love it.
The famous graphic.
I know the one.
Roscop, dude. That's
beautiful.
I love all the Roscop designs. I think they're pretty cool.
I think that artist in general is great.
Yeah.
Who did those graphics?
What's his name?
Phillips?
I always forget. Is it? Yeah. Jim Phillips.
Jim Phillips,
right? Yeah.
Screaming Hand and all that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dope. But anyways, how did you come to gather the vision to make Wee's video? I mean, and
I think it just in time, like we started the talks with them, and I had to have a couple meetings with the guys down in their office, and they were kind of throwing out some ideas, like, yeah, we want to do something kind of like blind video days. And I'm like, okay, that's great, but I don't think we're going to drive
90s throwback.
We're not going to throw Wee Man's nice 62 Impala off a cliff, and kill everyone supposedly in it, But I was just like, okay, that's something. Well, we'll think about it, and just as time went on, I just kind of had like an idea, or it's an affirmation, or it just kind of clicked. And I go, oh, here's the vision, and I told Jason, he goes, I love it.
Now, let's go back. we're talking about what's relevant, what's happening now. You made this it's not a video, it's a commercial for his new shoe, for Wee Man's shoe.
Absolutely.
The Jarvis on DVS. It's his signature shoe. But you go way back with Wee Man.
Yes.
And it goes way back before Jackass, and it goes to the Big Brother days. Now, you told the story one time when you were on here, and I don't want you to do the whole thing again, but there are people. We got a lot of listeners, and there's people.
What story was it?
You know, how you met him. He was working in the mail order room, right?
Well,
How did you guys meet the first time?
That's a tough one. I don't remember. I think Jason would know that answer a little better than I would. I want to say I was working for the magazine, and we had an assignment to go shoot some little skaters.
Okay.
Little dudes. And Jason was one of them. And I don't know, we just kind of hit it off, you know? Like, he was super cool, and, you know, and just, I don't know, he just had the right spirit, you know? And I don't know.
Super sincere and nice.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just all of that, all the above. And just one thing led to another, and he just kind of became our token person to do fun stuff with. He was on the cover of our first video. We painted him blue for the video.
I remember that. Remember that cover, the Big Brother?
Yeah.
And, just, I don't know, one thing led to another, and it just, eventually he became my roommate in the condo that I was renting and down there in Redondo.
So you guys were living together?
Yeah, he was one of my roommates. I had another guy. And he lived in the little room downstairs.
What?
It was like a closet.
Did you have a little room?
Under the stairs?
Well, it was downstairs next to the garage, but it was like a small room, kind of like, would have been an office.
Yeah.
Not a full bedroom, but it was small, but he, you know, lived there. And
so there's a little guy living in a little room.
You want to put it that way. I don't know. I have a hard time thinking of Jason as a little person.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see, he's Jason, you know, and
big spirited, and he's always happy, and you know.
Oh, he's big spirited, all right. He's definitely known as the loudest guy when he enters a room, and he wants you to know that he is there.
Oh yeah.
Small man, big mouth.
So the relationship goes way back, and that's what I want to establish here. And you guys, you know, fast forward, have done all the Dick House properties together. You know, the Jackass and the Wild Boys and all that stuff, right? I mean, it's been a good run.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic.
Traveled the world with them.
Yeah, I'm very blessed.
Yeah, and you did do about a year ago. You did a skateboarding with Wee Man.
Yeah, you know, and it features It's Casual, and you know that almost has 200,000 views.
I saw that the other day.
It's like the #1 video on my channel. It is. I don't have to promote it.
Never.
People find it on its own, and it gets like I want to say at least 500 views a day.
Yeah, you know what? I was actually watching it like around the holiday season. You know, things slowed down, and I was kind of like watching things like that a little more. And I was checking the numbers, and it was doing about minimum 500 views a day.
Yeah,
a day, and it's still going up. And it's a great piece because, you know, you released the It's Casual Redline video in January of 2012, and I think this was released like end of the year of 2012, like right when you guys were shooting Bad Grandpa, right?
I didn't tell you, I just did it.
That's what I love. You did it, and you know what was the biggest treat was Hasoy's in it.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is like he just did it, and it's like it's the entire song "Skate or Die" from It's Casual, right? Mm-hmm. And you know he's like, oh, check this out, and he puts it out there, and it's a Wee Man, Jason Ellis, Christian Hasoy.
Rad.
There's a few others too.
Oh, Heavy Metal Chuck.
I think Chuck has a trick in there. Yeah, he is. And there's a couple others, you know, and it was fun, you know. We're just messing around, not trying to reinvent anything, you know. Just
doing something cool.
Just doing something, you know. Like there's times that, you know, I could have wanted to push it further, but it was at the time it's hard because Jason's really busy. He travels a lot, and just man, it took a while to make that. And so it's just like at the point where like, all right, let's just put it together and get it out because he's constantly on the road.
I mean, aside from what you see him doing in the movies and any TV programs and stuff like that, he's always like traveling for his other
work,
sponsors and stuff like that.
Is he skating and all that? Like,
no, he just does like appearance stuff. Like, you know, he went to Supercross in Vegas just the other day. And this week, again, he's going to Florida for some more stuff. I'm like, geez, you're all right.
Yeah.
Living the dream, dude.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
So let's talk about the other thing you're involved in. You just put together another, I want to call it, it's not a webisode, it's a commercial, a promotional.
Well, this is behind the scene featurette of a commercial that went down in It's for a company called Mastercraft Motorboats. They have a new boat that they're launching this year. And it features Travis Pastrana. And it should be out this week or hopefully tomorrow. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's done. And it's a cool video. And I'll have that, featured on my website as well. You can see it there. And it's like a 6-minute video. Just these guys mess around on this boat. And it's really fun, And I don't know, have you ever been on a motorboat and
Never
played?
have.
Wow. It's a whole world that you're just, we from California have the luxury of going to the beach. And we play in the water there. But other parts of America have a lake.
That's your water.
And that's your water, and your toy is your boat. And the things you can do with these boats now are just...
So it's like a speedboat, or is it...
Yeah, speedboat that, is for creating a wake. And you can do wake surfing on it, or you can do, obviously, wakeboarding when you get strapped in, or tubing. That's a blast, too. And it's just so much fun, and it's just so simple. And it's just, that's how the rest of America, spends their time to get, on their off time, I guess,
Right.
Playing on boats.
Wow. Now, Rick, you've always shown a lot of enthusiasm for music.
Yes.
And I want to talk about what you've been interested in lately. You have been playing a lot of ukulele.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're talking about that. I thought you were talking about seeing bands performing. Yeah, I've been playing ukulele. I've been jamming with a couple of my good buddies I grew up with, and we're called Uke Dork 3.
Uke Dork 3?
Oh, yeah, I just joke around like, yeah, we're going to get really good. We're going to go on the world tour. I'll promote it through my social networking of 50,000 people on Twitter, and we'll go around the world.
Worldwide, dude.
Worldwide. Nah, we're just having fun.
Contact our agent.
Yeah, booking agent.
Flyouts. I mean, we do flyout
gigs. But if we got really good, we're able to do that. It'd be pretty funny, right? Just a stupid idea. Next, we're doing this. That's how things happen in life.
It happens, yeah. Definitely.
It really, just the dumbest things. You just roll with it.
Well, if it feels good, do it.
Well, I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but it's just something to do on a Friday night with your bros and just jam out and find a song. We all jam, and it's cool.
That's great, man.
That's great. Whatever.
I mean, is there any like ukulele influences you have that you refer to?
No.
Don Ho?
Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim was probably the only one.
That's the one.
Tiny Tim. Dude.
I looked up the ukulele. There's like a huge Hawaiian guy.
Yeah.
Like physically he's like gigantic. Like I think he's like over 400 pounds or whatever. He shreds ukulele and he's like a YouTube like mega star.
What's his name?
I don't remember his name.
He's awesome.
But I bet if you Google YouTube like ukulele Hawaiian, whatever, a few different words, you'll find it. And it's like his views or his videos have like millions of views.
Crazy thing is like I've been playing it like nonstop like the past few weeks, just obsessed with it, just learning like all the different songs, a lot of different Beatles songs.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And so the other day, like, I got to string up my acoustic, my regular Tim Armstrong, because the strings were beyond dead. And I was like, I did it, and I started playing. I'm like, oh my God, this neck is just massive. I was like, even though it's not, it's just so like, oh, this is crazy.
I can't
like,
get my fingers around it.
Oh yeah, it's like, how do I do this again? I kind of forgot.
Well, I think like if you play acoustic guitar and even like a lot of bass, when you play electric guitar, it's a lot easier.
Oh yeah, it is, and that's why I've been just about this whole last year. This whole, last 5 months, I've only been playing my acoustic and ukulele. That's it. I haven't even touched my electrics because I'm really getting my fingertips rock solid.
Get the muscles beefed up a little,
Yeah, and so I'm getting ready to put new strings on my electrics, so I'm going to go fly into that world pretty quick here. But it's just, my acoustic's awesome, man. With the new strings, it sounds so good.
You're stoked, man.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, this is brilliant. Oh, why didn't I wait this long?
Yeah. So Rick, photography, man. I mean, you've always made it a point to go out and shoot some bands in LA.
Yeah.
Anything happening out there that we should know about? Any great venues? Any great scenes? Any great local bands that are just knocking you out?
I've only been to a few things recently, And we talked about it when we took over your show in the beginning.
When somebody was late for work.
Yeah. The band that I really like right now is called Rain Wolf. They opened up for Black Sabbath.
Yep.
And they just finished their run with them at the Hollywood Bowl. Which,
Are they
by
from
the
LA?
way, no, they're from, I think, Canada.
Okay.
I think the dude's Canadian, but might live in Seattle or something like that. I don't know, but they're fucking fantastic. It's him and two other guys, and he also kind of does his own like version where he just flies off the handle, doing like kind of like really bluesy riffs, soulful, meaningful lyrics, and just hits a kick drum. So it's just like him doing the beat, and then he's just flying off on the guitar, and it's super rad, you know, and it's just super raw, stripped down, just a talent. And that, to me, I connect with that. Although a lot of people want to hear this full, big, you know, thing. I mean, people don't get it, you know, and I heard they were booing him at, at the Hollywood Bowl.
They got booed off.
He didn't booed off, but people are just so narrow-minded.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't know, and they're afraid to like something new.
Of course.
That's kind of a bummer. Metalheads are so mean sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
They can be.
They're just jealous.
What do you think? Now, you went to the Golden God Awards.
I did.
Let's talk about Guns N' Roses, man. Was it all of them? Slash?
No,
Who was
no
it?
Slash. Duff McKagan, that's it.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't no Izzy? I thought Izzy was there.
No, this
Where's
is what's
Izzy?
weird, okay? This is where he created this facade. He hired a guy that looks like Izzy.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, you know,
That's
and
what
it's
he's
like,
kind of nuts,
Why
right?
bother?
Doing
Like,
that.
Izzy got shysted the first time around. Like, you're really going to, like, you know.
Yeah, so, listen, it was cool to hear some of these songs. I'm not going to say I saw Guns N' Roses because I didn't feel it. But it was kind of rad. Okay, we played 10 songs. It's a little weird. You're watching 3 guitarists, a keyboardist, a pianist, and a guy else doing percussions. You know?
What?
Yeah, it's bizarre.
That's not rock.
No, it's like it's this big orchestrated kind of musical event that he's trying to create, and everything was pretty rad until November Rain came out. I was like, I hated this song. I never liked it.
I hate with Ricky Rackman in the video.
Oh, he
And
wasn't
all the
there. That would have
drama.
rad if he would have walked it on stage.
He should have.
Oh,
that would have been cool now.
Yeah.
But after school, watching that, like when I'm ready to go skateboard and watch MTV, and that video would come on, I'd get bummed. I'd be like, dude.
But you know what? The Don't Cry videos were good.
Yeah.
And Use Your Illusions were great. When those, even though everyone says that could be one album, and it probably could. I was so stoked when like the double cassettes came out. I remember I got like the double Use Your Illusion 2 cassette and then the Metallica Black Album cassette like for the same Christmas. And I was like, I couldn't even believe like how excited I was. Like I just pumped in my Walkman like
I mean,
all day.
all the musicians that performed with him that night were fantastic.
Okay.
You know, but it's just I felt like it just wasn't real.
And Slayer opened.
Yeah, they
Did
did.
you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I saw it.
What'd you think?
Yeah, like Slayer without Dave Lombardo. You know, it's all right. I just, you know, it was cool. They played a new song, and
Okay.
I don't know what it was called, but
That's what they played, one song?
yeah, they opened up the night. No one knew it either, but I did.
Wow.
Yeah, but
You're on the inside, bro.
I guess so.
You are.
Yeah, so it was cool.
You're way underground, bro.
Yeah, I'm. Watch it. Might pull up in a van and be filming you, and you won't even know it.
I love it. I love it. So, you know, I mean, so yeah, I saw your photos. I'm like, man, the Golden God Awards were tonight, you know?
Yeah.
And
but I was kind of bummed because I could have went and saw Off at the Roxy.
I was there, and so was Wee Man.
I know, and I was just so like, dang it. He's like, hey, I got a ticket. You want to go? I'm like, oh, I'm going to go see the Golden Gods show with Guns N' Roses and Joan Jett and Slayer. And it was fun.
It was fun, right?
Yeah,
You
I had a good time. I had a great time.
Off was good.
I bet. I'm so bummed, man. I really like those guys a lot.
You have since day one.
Yeah, I have. I had never even seen them. No, I take that back. I did see them. I saw them at that one show at the Echo.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were great.
They were great. They were really great. You know, they would come to the Relax Bar, Keith and Dimitri.
Really?
They would come to the Relax Bar because at the time they were writing the first record.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, Keith lives on Los Feliz and Hollywood Boulevard, where Sunset and Hollywood meet. And they would like wrap up their days and come on Friday and Saturdays and see what was cooking.
Man.
And they would come a lot to a lot of my shows.
Isn't it weird how that place is all gone now?
Dude, L.A. is lacking.
What, the relax bar?
Yeah, they are. The City of Angels is lacking a relax bar because there's still nowhere in Hollywood proper that's booking that style of music and welcoming any band, no matter what their draw is. You know?
Definitely not Hollywood, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was a cool little weird moment. I'm glad I got to be a part of that somehow.
It was special, right?
It was fun.
It was
like
fun.
I saw it. I was like, I started coming around like, wow, this is trippy. Like you're over the corner like selling records and stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then I started wanting to come around a little more. And also I'm like, I'm there every weekend.
Yeah.
Even though I just remember the one time I showed up and Jucifer was playing in there, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They got their whole amps like set up.
They set up sideways.
Sideways, just because they're so big. And I was like, what is going on here? And it was the loudest you could ever imagine. And it got me so sick to my stomach because just the vibrations just... It was like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore.
I have a hard drive with all the show posters, all the shows that I put on. I threw 300 shows.
Yeah,
in
pretty
like,
rad.
In like 6 years, 5.5 years. And I'm proud of it. You know, it was something I did and it served its purpose at the time.
Yeah.
It gave my band a place to play. And everyone that I met, I think even Adam included, came from the Relax Bar, right?
It was quite the nucleus.
It was.
Yeah.
That's where I met Eric, Scott Florence.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody.
Nice.
You know,
rad.
and there were some great shows.
There certainly was.
I got to point out one that was really phenomenal, and it's still on YouTube. You go to YouTube and type in Relax Bar Municipal Waste. Dude.
Was there a boogie board?
There was a boogie board.
Mm-hmm.
And
that place was packed. I think I saw that video.
Or Relax Bar Unholy Grave. That was a great one. That was a good one. Yeah. But anyways, let's talk about now. What about new LA bands? Not even new LA bands, just LA bands. Are there LA bands?
That's a good question. I'm sure there is, and I'm not like trying to like. I just kind of haven't been exploring too much because I feel like there's nowhere to really to go to.
That's what we're just talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been going. I've personally, as a fan, I've steered away from the underground. I felt I've had my proper dose of it, and I've just been immersing myself in big shows.
Yeah, why not?
Because for 6 years, I was at the door of the Relax Bar, not going to any shows. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to that. You know, seriously.
Yeah.
And so I've been really, hitting it hard, and seeing a lot of eclectic bands. And I just think there's, LA is filled with great venues, though. But the underground, it's a shame.
Yeah, it really is a shame to it, and I want to feel like the last kind of like smaller show I went to I really liked was Clutch and I can't say their name. Clutch and
Motorhead?
No. It's like one of those kind of gallopy riffy bands. I can't say their name.
The Gallop.
Oh shoot, I can't say their name. They'll come to me in a minute. I'm sorry. But yeah, it was a great show. Clutch. It was awesome.
When's a Rick Cossack photography Big Brother installation coming? Come on.
Yeah, let's get a photo exhibit type of thing going on.
When someone really wants to finance it, because I don't.
There you have it.
That's a lot of money, dude. I'm paying for a lot to do that. And for what? I just don't think there's a real niche for people who want to buy a skate photo. Maybe, but nah. I don't know. Not feeling it.
The Rick Cossack collection. Come on, man.
If I had a book or something that was like a reason to celebrate, I could see it,
Really?
But just to do something that's to make my ego feel good. Nah, I didn't do it. It's like I said, it's a lot of work for.
I got to give you credit. You've cut off the ego mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just like, I enjoy going to a lot of art shows. That's one thing I've been really into the last few years is there's just this scene that's just boiling right now here in LA, and it's getting big. And it's like I can see it, and there's just a lot of great things going on. And there's a spot on Fairfax called the Known Gallery that I tend to go a lot, and they have fantastic
Isn't that
shows.
Muska's place?
Nope. Nope.
Has nothing to do with that. Huh?
Is that where that Excel show was like last year or something? No. Shit. I've heard of the Known Gallery, but I don't know.
It's right next to the Supreme store over there, and that part of a.
Yeah. I think Excel played there. Remember the old skate thrash band
from Venice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they played the Kibitz Room next door. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been around at the time. But yeah, there's just, and then I just love it. Everything that's going on, like in the artist district of Culver City.
Culver City.
It's amazing.
Culver City
is going off. It's huge. Like there's certain night, and I guess there's one out in Venice. I haven't made it to it yet. It's hard for me to get to the west side.
Well, come on, man. The Expo line. We're car-free, bro.
Hey, when they finish it, maybe I'll consider it.
Hey, you're the catalyst of the car-free lifestyle, dude. You made the video.
Yeah, and we're in talks of making a second one.
Hey, there's talks right now.
There's talking going on.
Okay. There's a lot of talking going on.
Yeah.
We're going to keep this campaign going to get people out of their cars, and hopefully one day, it'd be accessible for everyone to not have to always use a car. And which I did was another cool thing. Just recently, I did the Ciclovia ride.
You did it?
Yes.
Dude, were you stoked?
Oh, I had a blast. It was so cool to be able to come together with all these other people from Los Angeles and just take over Wilshire Boulevard. And I rode from Fairfax all the way to downtown and back, which was like a 12.5 mile ride. It was so much fun.
So rad.
So positive. And I noticed as I was coming here tonight that they look like they're down Broadway. They're like, they have like lanes for bicyclists.
All designated.
Yeah,
all designated.
They're making the big green bike lanes and all that, and like super separated stuff. Like they're trying to make it more,
bike friendly.
Yeah, more safe. It's not easy out there. It's kind of brutal out there.
I wouldn't want to ride on Broadway.
No way.
But maybe.
Well, you put me out on Broadway on a skateboard in the middle of traffic.
Well, that was different. Get in the street and come towards me.
I'd feel safer on a skateboard than a bicycle, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, it just depends on how you ride too, But the point of being is like it was fun being a part of this ride that they are doing in Los Angeles every 6 months, and apparently they want to start doing them more and more. So, it's fun. It's like you're amongst a bunch of people that you normally wouldn't be around because everyone's stuck in their car.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, most people are stuck in their car, and most people are not connecting with their neighbor or their city, and they're just binded to this piece of machinery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. It's so odd. And the stigma that comes along with being car-free still, it's, dude, do you have a DUI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you riding the bus?
When did you get your Dewey?
Yeah. Which Dewey you be? Okay, let's take one quick music break.
Okay, let me figure it out.
Quick jam, and it's going to be just a few minutes. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up with Rick Cossack. You know what you're going to play? You want to shout it out?
Yeah, I want to play. What?
The Denim Demons.
Oh,
Turbo.
Well, the Denim Demons.
No, that's.
Oh no, your guys' band. Sorry.
Is that the band we're shouting out right now?
Yeah.
We're starting the Denim Demons. What instrument are you?
I'll be a drummer.
Okay, I'll be the uke. What about you?
Bass.
It's with distortion.
Uke through a big muff?
Yeah, get electric ukulele and we'll distort the crap out of it.
Love it. All right, let's hear a jam.
All right, here we go.
To
All right, welcome back to Los Angeles Nista. My co-host for the evening, Adam Murray, the publisher and editor of Heavy Cream Magazine.
Rest in peace, Jeff Hanneman.
Yep.
I think it's been a year.
A year.
Exactly.
Get the new inaugural issue, heavycreamzine.com, and you get free It's Casual stickers with every order. Rick Cossack, in-studio guest for the evening. Let's give your website.
My website is rickcossack.com.
Very well done.
And you can follow me also on Instagram at Rick Cossack, Twitter at Rick Cossack, and Facebook at Rick Cossack. So it's pretty simple. It's all across the board. My name.
Keep it simple, man.
Yeah, right? Don't need to confuse everyone.
Yeah, keep it clear and simple.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's a wrap. Los Angeles Nista, episode 137. Keeping it clear and simple with Rick Cossack.
Thank you.
Thank you.